This is 5 remarkable trumpet players to add to your playlist, each bringing a unique sound that will leave you inspired and craving more. Today's list is likely to introduce at least one artist you haven't heard of yet, so stick around to the end to catch them all. We're kicking off with Caleb Hudson, who has been described by many as a true virtuoso, and that's no light praise. Caleb's ability to tackle highly complex and technically demanding music without losing the natural flow of musical phrasing is astounding, and he makes it all appear effortless. He is also one of the rare musicians in our trumpet world who is proficient at performing, teaching, and arranging music at a world-class level. Take a moment to listen to his sound. How would you describe it? I would describe it as delicate, elegant, and relaxed. His clarity in sound and articulation is unparalleled. Earlier this year, Caleb released an album titled Nothing Less, which took the trumpet world by storm. I highly recommend giving it a listen. If you're a trumpet fan and haven't heard the name Caleb Hudson, you've likely heard his playing without even realizing it. He performed with the world-famous Canadian Brass from 2013 to 2023 and has also made multiple appearances at the National Trumpet Competition. As a fun fact, not only was Caleb a part of the iconic Juilliard Trumpet Ensemble that got me interested in the National Trumpet Competition, it was his arrangement of Festive Overture that they performed. And considering that NTC has been a meaningful part of my career ever since, I honestly owe him a lot of gratitude. Oh, and if you've never heard Juilliard's Festive Overture, well, their performance was pretty good. Speaking of Juilliard, we need to talk about one of their recent graduates that everyone should be listening to, and her name is Summer Camargo. Summer is a jazz-centric musician with a profound level of depth and versatility at her disposal, embodying both the soulful roots of traditional jazz and the progressive spirit of its modern-day evolution. In 2022, Summer secured first place in the International Trumpet Guild's Ryan Anthony Trumpet Memorial Competition and joined the house band for NBC's Saturday Night Live that same year. She's also been featured multiple times with the Jazz at Lincoln Center, and the highly respected publication Downbeat Magazine describes her sound as a broad, bright sound with a light medium-level energy. I would describe her sound as confident, expressive, and sensational. Honestly, I struggled to put this section together because I had her album playing in the background and could barely write half a sentence before getting lost in the sounds of her music. The album is called To Whom I Love, and again, it was reviewed by Downbeat Magazine, so check it out for yourself. I mentioned that Summer has been featured with the Jazz at Lincoln Center, and I couldn't possibly mention the Jazz at Lincoln Center without talking about their managing and artistic director, Wynton Marsalis. Many of you already know him as one of the most prolific and celebrated jazz musicians in history, but did you know he also had an incredibly influential classical career? He made such an impact that in 1983 he became the first and still the only artist to win both classical and jazz Grammy Awards in the same year. And guys, it's impossible to cover all of Wynton's accomplishments in one video, but just know that if there were a Mount Rushmore of trumpet players, he'd definitely have a spot on it. His influence, talent, and achievements are unfathomable. He's so legendary as a jazz artist, though, that it's easy to forget about his classical contributions, and that's why we're highlighting them today. So let's hop in a time capsule and listen to a clip from his album with the Eastman Wind Symphony entitled Carnival. For me, this clip showcases a sound that's pure, smooth, and soaring, a true classic. Of course, we all know he's capable of a lot more than that. Regardless, it's a sound that should be studied and admired for generations to come. Also, I know you want to hear this part, so... So far, we spent all our time in the United States. Let's switch it up and take a trip to Austria to talk about one of the world's most prolific trumpet players of recent years, Selina Ott. In 2018, at the age of 20, Selina Ott won Germany's prestigious ARD International Music Competition, which is the largest music competition of its kind in Germany. Since then, her already successful career has skyrocketed even further, with multiple albums and performances with symphony orchestras across the world. Selina recently visited the International Trumpet Guild Conference in Anaheim, California, where many of my colleagues heard her live for the first time. It was actually pretty fun to hear how many of them had been blown away by her performance. Selina Ott is an absolute powerhouse among trumpet players, mastering everything from lyrical music to technical music, as well as music with extended technique, all while in her 20s. Occasionally, she'll also show up on YouTube in videos describing her playing in ways like the definition of perfection, which I think is amazing and appropriate. I would describe Selina Ott's sound as brilliant, articulate, and graceful. Selina has several albums worth repeated listens, but I'd recommend starting with the one titled Artunian, Peskin, and Desenklo, which he recorded with the Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra. Let's finish off today's list with an active YouTuber from the United Kingdom. If you haven't heard of Ollie Parker yet, today is the day to check him out. Not only is he an accomplished trumpeter, but Ollie has a strong background in audio engineering, which makes him an absolute force in the online music space. He recently earned his degree in music technology from the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire, and his skills shine right here on the red play button app, where he's recently crossed the 100,000 subscriber mark with his most popular video currently sitting at 1.4 million views. Over a decade after the initial rise of iconic brass musicians like Christopher Bill, the social media space has slowly but surely started steadily revealing quality musicians in the brass world. And as long as people like Ollie Parker are here, that trend will not be slowing down anytime soon. I would describe Ollie's sound as bold, vibrant, and vivacious. It's the type of sound that gets you grooving in your seat, and it's just so fun to listen to. Instead of full albums, Ollie releases singles, which you can find right here on YouTube or on your favorite streaming platform. I highly recommend taking some time out of your day to check out his work. You won't be disappointed. The videos I released today took 9 straight weeks to put together. If you enjoyed them, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe so you could catch the next video in the series as well. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye!